you believe that the Lord tonight has set you free?
Yes, sir.
Turn around and tell those people.
Tell them.
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered.
I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women. I said women. I'm not gay. I would not date a man. I would not carry a purse. I would not put on makeup. I will love a woman. Now listen, y'all praise God with him. Hold on, wait a minute.
Wondered if this was a sin. What kind of hell am I in? I thought that you were my friend. Didn't know you would pretend. She would be there if the money is spent. Told her I need it for rent. Now she don't wanna see me again. First it was 5, now it is 10. Pockets is low, so I guess it's the end. I used to pray for you. I was a slave for you. But I guess it was a game for you. Never be the same for you. Can't believe I changed for you. CB, these bitches ain't loyal. No, if she resurrected for the rapture, I hope that I'm selected. I just need a second. Drinking the blood of the body of Christ. Eating the pussy like one of those nights. I was blind, she restored my sight. If I was blind, couldn't ignore that light. I just wish I could afford that price. I used to pray for you. I was a slave for you. But I guess it was a game for you. Never be the same for you. Can't believe I changed for you. CB, these bitches ain't loyal. No.
Peace to the family. So you know how we rocking. It's the Hood Mystic, aka Hood Stradamus, aka Hood in the morning, aka Hood in the evening, aka Hood in the afternoon, family. So we are here. We are present. This is just a part 2 to the video that I did last night. We tie in Nyx and Helios and Thanos and this Greek mythology thing that I didn't ask for none of this. It was placed in my lap. So now I'm just delivering the goods, family. Let me throw the chat up here because I always be wanting to know what's really good. And since we are on a particular, what they might call a quarantine or social distancing and things of that nature, I figured why not go live and present some information to the family. It ain't like they got nothing else to do. It ain't like I got nothing else to do. So why not let's do a decode of 2020 based upon concordance and etymology, family, right? Why don't we just understand this shit at a deeper level so we not confused and understand the resonance and frequency for which we could be focused on other than fear, doubt, worry, and insecure. Yeah, Kevin Bourne is deeper than Billy Carson. You can put that in your pipe and smoke it. Like I said, I need the chat to keep me going. So if you clicked on this video, just know that you are delivered. Just know that you are free based upon the 823 God resonance and how all of this information connects. So I'm a paint the picture, and I'm gonna do the settings. And I need everybody to bring their visualization skills and imagination to the table as we discuss The Truth is Stranger Than Fiction, Mystic Musing, Daily Energy Reading, all culminating to a series I like to call Stradamus Presents, where we decoding the Bible, we decoding life, we decoding movies, we decoding the news, we decoding the decodings, and we ain't here for clout or fame or nothing. We just here because shit, you know, what a time to be alive. Maybe you was made for this. And shout out to all the sentient beings. Shout out to all the queen bees. Shout out to all the, you know, the king bees and things of that nature, if there is such a thing. Ultimately, unifying the masculine and feminine energy within, you step outside the gender roles so you can actually be a man and be a queen bee. You can actually be a woman and be a king. And that's what we referencing. Because every man and every woman is a star, which a deeper reference to that is that between us, within us, is a particular energy, ethereal matter. When I went to sleep, I thought about the astral body, and then spirit said that's the star body. That's just what I went to sleep on. And then, you know, at the channel from Queen Esther, I said, okay, if this is how these channels want to come every day, then let's do this shit every day. That I might come on whenever I get the channels. I got my notebook, take about 2 pages of notes. I'm like, all right, let's shoot this shit. Let's go live. Feel me? Shout out to all the king lions and all the queen bees. Poet lounge in the building. Shout out to you. You know. So I'm gonna break this shit down because everybody break this shit down and they don't be making no fucking sense, right? Niggas be sounding stupid, right? I'm explaining this shit without sounding stupid, but maybe I will sound stupid, but I give myself that space. So in the reference of Easter, Esther, the star, Venus, we are bringing this to our awareness. So the daily energy reading, astrology reading part of this is that Venus is conjunct Pleiades. And Venus is where we get the name star from. We reference star from Ishtar, from Inanna, and then the Bible reference Ishtar as Esther. Okay? So I'm going to break that down in the next slide. But in this slide, I want to deal with the frequency of 77. In the strong concordance, 77 represents adapnos. And adapnos is costless, gratuitous, and without expense. Costless, gratuitous, and without expense. So this is the particular energy one is dealing with as Atlas shrugs, Atlas takes a break. And when he takes a break, he realizes that he is the king of Atlantis. He realizes that she is the queen of Atlantis. And please believe the goddess Mara is on my ass. Like, nigga, talking about all this shit, but you ain't talking about me. Don't worry, Mara, you next. I go up, I go down. As above, so below. Right now, we in the sky. We in the high heavens, referencing Esther. In the 77 frequency. I like the way that I'm talking right now because it's mad mellow and because shit going on, you know. I'm in an undisclosed location because shit got real fast and you ain't going to catch me on no sitting duck shit in 2020. All right, lockdown. That's when I turn into, you know, a nigga turn into the year of the rat. I was born in 1984, the year of the rat. 2020 is the year of the rat. Meaning if a brother has to go underground, this is where I thrive. Thinking on my feet, being fertile. Nigga about to have 28 kids. Dealing with this damn quarantine. So understanding the year of the rat, understanding the underground, which ties into Harriet Tubman. So the picture on my right is a composite image of Harriet Tubman and Queen Esther. Because the energy of Queen Tubman, because we understand reincarnation, family, we not out the loop. We not out the loop. we understand the energy of reincarnation. So when they set it off with the Harriet Tubman, and y'all paid attention to niggas like, oh, that movie bullshit. Don't watch that movie. Don't watch that movie. I don't know. I might be at the art museum while niggas is. I literally pulled up to the art museum and wasn't nobody in the parking lot, but across the street it was like a Jimmy Jazz or like a, VIP footwear and shit. The line was around the block. I guess the Jays was jumping, but across the street they had the ancient Egyptian being unveiled. They had the King Tut in Cleveland Museum and some form of fashion. So that's just me. I always noticed that. I still love my people. However, when they tell me not to do something, I tend to do it just to see why they telling me not to do it. And I tend to enjoy that. Oh, you listening to that white people music? Oh, what you mean? I caught a vibe? I caught an exclusive vibe you ain't hip to? I tapped into a frequency you ain't hip to? Oh, you like listening to the same 5 songs over and over again. I'm going off on a tangent. But let me get back to the energy. So basically, what I'm saying is, we can't look to our people for knowledge. We have to understand if they ain't tapping into the quantum atom realms of things, then where the quantum atom realms of things is the downloads and channels that you're getting from your ancestors and things of that nature. So Harriet Tubman, Queen Esther, represents an energy of freedom. Even if Harriet Tubman, the story is made up, the symbol is that she was a badass motherfucker, right? That's the end. I don't got no more to say after that. So we need people like this as particular symbols and to understand the world that we've in. And people say she said this or she didn't say this. It don't matter the point. But the point is, it is broken down to, if my people knew that they were slaves, I would have saved so many more. And they try to discredit that quote, but let's just say she said it. Right, the Moses energy. Let my people go. So understand this queen bee energy, right? This queen bee energy is when you look at human beings as their protector, as the one that looks out for them. And this is spirituality. This is spiritual awakening. This is why we're doing this shit, because the spirituality has been played out in the realm of celebrity, in politics, in government, and high society. However, those people are stricken with a particular Thanos energy, a particular crisis energy, a particular sacrificial energy for which they didn't know what they were signing up for. So, on the inverse, it is a particular energy of what we would call slavery, what we would call oppression, and these things actually ending. See, we do not know how to react to our oppression being lifted. However, and because of this, we create these particular narratives that don't even exist for our own detriment. So even though I'm kicking this conspiracy theory, I'm still trying to give it to you in the realms of applicable knowledge. So, are we ready to get to Esther? I think we are. She's been waiting. She's my queen. Let me throw the chat up there, because you know how it goes on the channel. If the chat ain't up, something is not right with your boy. John want to be on the live so bad. Poor thing. I wonder where he get that from. He wouldn't always be on the lives and shit. I wonder who his daddy is. But anyway, so let's get into Queen Esther vibration. So like I said, I gotta set the scene. Because if we don't understand the Bible as being an astrological handbook, then we thrown off, because we actually think these people exist. And then when we think about astrology, we think about the 12 constellations and the 10 planets, thus limiting our experience. It's just like niggas who grow up in the hood but their whole world is the hood, and it'd be some place that's like 10 miles down the road they ain't never been because it don't exist within their hood, within their paradigm. So paradigms, path, and awakening you to your path is first tied into the image of Imago Dei. Imago Dei is the image of God. And so what tends to happen is that we've been inundated with this particular image of God, this particular story of God, that God was a man, God is a father, and the woman was there to serve and things of that nature. However, that particular system that we call patriarchy is done, and what's coming in place is the matriarchal queen bee sentient system, the tribal way of living. However, the purpose of this video is to awaken the women and the men with feminine energy, or the men, if you balance your masculine and feminine polarities, men or women, you are delivered, right? You are delivered. You're not gay no more. Gay is just being masculine, like just being pure masculine energy, right? That's gay. So your hyper masculine dude who don't know nothing about his feminine side, even if he have sex with 1,000 women, he's gay. Cause he don't even know how to be intimate, how to have a conversation, how to build and deal with a woman outside of sexual energies. That's a real sickness. So it's not about sexual preference. It's about being delivered from choosing a side. And then making your own choices at the end of the day. Because you have to reverse engineer how you view who God is. And another thing tied into this 2020 energy that I must break down is the energy of Hatzalah. And that was something that I didn't get to in the first slide. So let me backtrack to why you are delivered. And then I'll get into the energy of escape and understand what that is, Take you to my universe. My love is all this place on earth. That's interesting. That's very, very interesting. The energy is live and present, Green Heart Goddess, Me and her did not talk before we decided to go live. It is just a particular energy of a frequency and a wave. And I'm just bringing it people to understanding of why this is happening. And then what you can do with it. Understand that the energy is shifting out of oppression and servitude and into right and exactness, the matriarch, the star, the deliverance. Now, this word deliverance, right? It's a common word where we understand it, deliverance and escape. However, it's only in the Bible one time. One time is it only mentioned when Esther is in the picture. So in the cosmological sense, when Esther ties into this particular energy where she's no longer passive and no longer beautiful, and she turns into a warlike energy, she then begins to not only think about herself, she thinks about her hive. She thinks about her tribe. And she taps into that energy because she takes in her power. So it's two levels of the divine feminine. There is the selfish, I only care about myself, divine feminine. Then there is the mothering, nurturing, caring, birth of a nation, divine energy. So, within that space, men and women must choose wisely on how to actually deal with it. Because it could be an energy where you can only think about yourself and you can make those particular choices, which is like super easy to make. However, in times like this, it's very confusing. Because when you don't understand sentience, when you don't understand that you are in control of sheep, when you don't understand that you are the shepherd, then you particularly just are lost out here. So the idea is visualization. So in this middle picture, you have the particular women of the earth. And then on the right side, you have this particular energy of Venus, which represents the mother god, conjunct Pleiades, the seven sisters. So all of this particular energy, however prophesied, is now being, you see how they're not particularly touching at the beginning. And the whole Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, going to public school, church, all of that particular stuff is perpetuating an image of God that's not right and exact. And because of this, we are now awakened to the truth. And like I said, Hatzalah, deliverance, it only appears in the Bible one time, and it is the 2020th word in the concordance, meaning that this is a once in a lifetime experience. And understanding that this is on the 77 frequency, this is of no cost to you to tap into your power. However, if you remain silent at this time, relief and deliverance will arise for the Jews from another place. You don't have to worry about where it's coming from. You just have to understand that it's there. And you and your father's house will perish. And who knows whether you have not attained royalty for such a time as this. So in understanding that actual scripture, it's not necessarily towards you, it's towards the particular star system that we know of Venus, when she understands that, like, first she's beautiful and has all of this particular energy and purpose, personal purpose, ambition. And she achieves it. She's actually royalty. But then when she assumes royalty, crisis strikes her people. And so she can continue to live in the castle disconnected for her people, or she could actually intervene. And the reason why she was put in this particular place was to be at this particular time and moment. This is just facts. This is just real shit. So there's a lot of things going on right now. And at this point in time, we might can just chill and relax and understand that we are delivered, but now we gotta just simply plan for our escape. So I'm tying this into the 823 God, tying it into Watchmen, tying it into Dionysus, tying it into Damon Lindelof, and connecting it now, present, and past. I ain't choose none of this shit. You should just show up this way. So, like we said, Hatzalah 2020, Hatzalah 2020 represents escape. This movie, Escape from LA, came out in August 9th, 1996. The same year Kobe Bryant was drafted. So, 823 is 13. That's his birthday. So within this, it says in the year 2000 that there's an earthquake that happens on August 23rd. And it's caused major devastation in LA. And so within this movie, there's some particular things. For some reason in this movie, Kurt Russell is playing basketball and nobody is in the stands. And he's having a basketball for like death. Like he's playing basketball for his life. Similar to Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant played basketball like his life depended on it. That's what you've seen. And his name was Snake Plissken. And he wore all black. Black Mamba. And to end the movie, they put in a particular code, 666, to enter in to what they call the end of technology. However, Utopia was saved. And Utopia ties into Tomorrowland. Tomorrowland was a movie based upon a particular utopia for now. And in this movie, Escape from LA, however, the actual device that ends the world is called the Sword of Damocles. And the Sword of Damocles is a sword placed by Dionysus. Dionysus, the god of wine, the god of purple and gold. Kobe Bryant is Vino. Wore purple and gold his whole career. So the Sword of Damocles is taken from King Dionysus, and the story goes that it was this dude who wanted to have power. And so Dionysus was like, all right, we'll trade places. So the whole time the dude sat on the throne, Dionysus put like a sword over the dude's head that was hung by like a piece of hair. And the story is an analogy for when you have power or great fortune, you also have a great danger to which you could die at any moment. So when you understand this or you don't understand this, this ties into what a lot of our people deal with today and the codes and the messages that they try to bring out within their celebrity. But to end the world, you tapped in 666, which is the mark of the beast, which will shut down the world. However, I find it no coincidence that Damon Lindelof, who wrote and produced Tomorrowland and the new show Watchmen, didn't know about this particular energy of the quantum realm and this extra sensory fourth dimension that people already knew but kept secret from the government. And all of this analogy energy just reminds me of the spirit, the great mother, in this particular world that we're ushering in. But the trick to this energy is that if the first is last and the last shall be first, then the people who perceived as last now have to actually step into their power. So like I said, I want to get into the conspiracy, but I also want to get into the applicable knowledge. So a real quick visualization with this energy, if you realize that you was the last and now you first, is to now bring your visualization between you being a royalty, queen bee, or king of the lion. And then you have to understand that comes responsibility that has humans attached to it. And you have to understand what type of ruler that you want to be, just purely in your mind. And even at the most atomic level, you can imagine that all the cells in your body is your army, is your grouping, is your support. So what we dealing with is the end of the world, and we dealing with the apocalypse. And the apocalypse in the revelation just means that everything hidden is now revealed. Everything that was on the outside is now on the inside, and everything that was on the inside is now on the outside. And so balancing your emotions and raising your chakras and doing the spiritual work becomes the most important thing, because there's other energies taking care of other things for you on different levels. So we about to tap into this Thanos energy. Why is that? Because Hatzalah 2020 is also Thanos 2020, 77 frequency, costless, gratuitous, without expense, meaning that I'll take care of your dirty work for nothing. More or less, tell me what it is that you need me to do, and I will do it for you. So maybe you want a house, maybe you want a car, maybe you want a house and a car, maybe you want a baby daddy, maybe you want a baby mama, maybe you want a trip, maybe you want everything is available to you without expense, requiring no outlay, costing nothing. Y'all not ready for that. Y'all not ready to accept that. So Thanos is Thanatos. Thanatos is the personification of death. And this death is non-violent. It is a gentle, peaceful death. Thanatos is the son of Nyx. And if you want to deal with Nyx, All we have to do is talk about, just look at my video that I did yesterday, the return of Nyx. So like any good homie, they gonna bring their other homies with them. You ain't about to travel alone. So if Nyx is coming, so is Hypnos, and so is Thanatos. So with the darkness in the night, because that's the energy of Nyx. I know you thought they were synonymous. They two separate things. Darkness, because you can be dark in the daytime, but night is a state of being. It's the absence of the sun. So darkness and nighttime. Darkness can be achieved 24 hours a day. Night can only be achieved at a particular point in time. So Nyx is the personification of darkness and night. And with that, she brings Thanatos and a whole host of other interesting demiurges that I'm sure that I'll get through in other conversations. But for now, we just referencing Thanos because we're on the 77 frequency. And this is kind of like a spiritual mercenary energy and vibration. So the problem with this particular thing is that as humans, we have no knowledge of death. So the only reason why you trigger or think death is bad is because you was trained in that way, and you only simply imagine that death is worse than life. Meanwhile, it's a lot of people who suffer for no apparent reason, and who knows what death is like. I'm not saying death is better or worse. I'm simply saying that I do not know, and I don't call the shots on who lives or dies. I just know that it's really important to understand my own personal path. So within that, another another part of this 2020 energy is crisis and sacrifice. Okay? Crisis and sacrifice. So we're going to tap into this, and then from there we'll understand the self, and then we'll understand pathology. Okay? Because crisis is for a particular decisive action and how to handle a particular situation. How do you respond in a crisis? Or even to even understand if you are in possession of a disease or you in possession of an awakening. Because what is a virus to a hacker versus the person that's being hacked? So this is a liminal period where the goddess has returned, and the goddess does not stay long. She just asks you to make a choice. Are you going to progress or are you going to regress? And whatever choice that you make is going to be a beautiful, favorable thing. There is no such thing as good or bad. There's only experience. But certain particular energies have functions as shepherds, as sentient beings that are here to awaken humanity. So within that particular moment, you have the option to use that VIP card. And once you make that choice and decision, then comes the ideas. Then comes the particular path. Then becomes the particular choices. But if you don't think you're going to actually make it or succeed, then the shit is not even going to open up to you. Like if you ain't financial literate or financially responsible, then why would a person even bless you with money? You haven't even proven to even hold or save or maintain or grow money. But yet you want people to do anything with you in financial areas. However, when you decide to make that progress within, then everything manifests for you. But crisis has to go along with sacrifice. So in the etymology of sacrifice, it is to make sacred. It is an offering to a deity. In the esoteric sense, within you is God. So when you are sacrificing, you are making yourself sacred. This is self-deification, self-realization, and self-actualization. First, you make yourself God, then you realize yourself as God, and then you begin to act as God, as a sentient being, as a shepherd, as a Jesus, as a Messiah, as a Savior. But you don't get to that point until you understand who you are internally and understand your path. And then you understand that no one lives in a vacuum. So with all the conspiracy and all of the things that I'm bringing to surface, I also want to be as applicable as possible when I say that it's time to sacrifice. It's time to make yourself sacred. It is time to deify yourself. It is time to awaken your astral body. It's time to awaken your star body. And stop looking at yourself in a 3-dimensional space. And if you are afraid of the 5G, if you are afraid of, all of these particular things that they putting out, I want you to do a favor. Do me a favor. If you never watch anything on the news, how would you be feeling right now? If you never absorbed anything from social media, and then understand the particular virus that's taking place in the minds and hearts and human beings, for which they are pinpointing and focusing one thing that is destroying people. When the opioid epidemic was destroying people, Hong Kong, they was revolting, crime, drunk driving, alcohol, just overall oppression and destruction. The oceans, the oil spills, the trash, everything, degradation on all levels. And now we want to act like this particular thing is bad. It's all a smoke screen, and it's all an indication that you are God's. So now it is time to work on the pathology. It's time to work and develop the self. And that starts at self-deification. You are God. Self-realization within the steps and subcoming sequential days of that realization and deification. It is a cementing of the fact that you are God. And once you begin to act and demonstrate in a shepherdess form through the first modality of visualization, then watch how life responds to you. If I say you have a great power, then it don't mean shit unless you use it and utilize it. So with all the conspiracy, I hope that you took something, at least a visualization technique or something to that effect. Because I don't want to be sensational. I just want to let you know how some of this shit is connecting and how this awakening is upon you, and it's personal. And it ain't negative. It's super positive. The God is back. So with that being said, mute your goddamn sound systems. Peace to the family. Y'all know I'm here for it. So, I like these particular conversations because I don't like them to be all about me. I like to do my little share and then, share that space with the family. So whoever trying to tap in with your naga, I don't even know if I started the video. Yeah, I did start the video. So if you want to tap in with your naga, either click the link in the chat or call me up 253-215. I lost the screen. 253-215-8782. Family. Hopefully that works for you. No problem, man. This is just all in a day's work. Following these particular signs. It's Friday, ain't really shit, so it's just like turning a page in my notebook and waiting for the next download to take place. So, Ashe, you know how it is, Dream. And then, that made me think about the 823 God and how he was surrounded by feminine energy. I was thinking of how this Esther energy relates because it's Queen Esther, but then I was like, damn, he was with his daughter. Like, damn, he had a wife. He had 3 other daughters. That if that ain't goddess energy, that ain't the Queen Esther and the Venus energy rising. His wife's name was Vanessa. Vanessa just mean the daughters of Venus. Daughter of Venus. So Kobe tied into this Esther energy and his 823 escape, deliverance, financial prosperity. All you got to do is ask Dream since day one. I'm like, I don't know, bro. Even for all this shit even happen, I'm like, this shit tied into financial prosperity somehow, some way. I don't know how, bro, but I'm telling you, Dream is my witness. I was saying that for a long time. So, and it is still not over. We actually building and developing into it. But hold on, family. Blabbermouth. Hold on, iPhone. I see you. iPhone. What's up, Jazz? Showstop in the building. Let me unmute you. What up, Jazz? What's good with you, bro? Just chilling.
You got that you got that Nipsey Hussle energy going on today?
Man, I feel it, man. I'm so inspired, man. I thought about, that was the first thing I thought about. He was the first person I thought about. Like, tomorrow is Nipsey Hussle Day. So, I'm going to be blued the fuck out. I'm going to find all the blue shit that I can wear. You know what I'm saying? Just Nipsey, the whole collection, all fucking day. Just good ass music. Like everything Nipsey. Like, you feel me? I gotta find me a goddamn blue candle ASAP. Like it's going down for Nipsey Hussle tomorrow. I don't give a fuck. Like it's going down.
I know, man. I went and got out. That's the first thing I thought about. I thought about Nipsey last year. You know what I mean? Just going over his music and everything, his lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking, like, man, I wrote a poem and everything. And I was just outside, just giving thanks and everything for his life. And yesterday, I was looking at the sky yesterday, and it was like, it was like fire in the sky, man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He transitioned during like a fire season, and he was born during the fire season. I think his birthday like the same day as my father's birthday, like August the 12th or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That Leo energy.
That Leo energy and that Phoenix, you know what I mean? So it's just like how somebody was saying that Nipsey is like taught Black enterprise, and Kobe was talking about Black wealth and how to tap into wealth, though. How just to be a wealthy father and a wealthy provider. You know what I mean? Because you think about Kobe, you think about man, just hard work, man. You know what I mean? Like skills. Of course, he had skills because how great he was, though. You know what I mean? But I mean, just skills by themselves not gonna get you anywhere. But skills and hard work, and man, it's just a good time.
Just
though, man.
the passion for it, like it just the all-consuming fire of really focusing and concentrating on what you want beyond the answer no, like type shit. It's like winning at all costs, but not like breaking the rules or some shit. I don't know how to really explain it, but it's just like shit. Whatever game you trying to play, I'm gonna be good at it, and I'm gonna really master myself. It's like sometimes motherfuckers play a game with you, right? But it's real different when you play a game with yourself. Like when we was real nice, like when my team was real nice back in the days when I used to hoop, it got to a point where we would have a contest with ourselves. Like shit, if we don't score 40 this half, then you know what I'm saying, we lost. Cause we knew we was gonna smoke the team. But if you know you gonna smoke the team, then you gonna lose that fire. But if you know you kinda good at some shit, then you gotta kinda play yourself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta best yourself. And that's what I got from Kobe. It's like he ain't even play against people. And nigga was playing against history, like, and was playing for legacy the whole time. And
Dang.
maybe when we think about ourselves as a particular mythology, once we able to transition, we never forgotten about, and it's not like we pulling on his energy. His energy is like it's present. So it's just like shit. I don't fuck it. Like it's like a power source at this particular point, and you can tap into it, or you can kind of be on the outside looking in, understanding death and being sad about death, and just not understanding how this shit actually works in the realm of like mythology. So the thing of it is, Jazz, and I'm sorry to ramble, but I'm gonna just say this one part. When we think of ourselves as a particular energy, as opposed to a particular person, then the financial, the love, the legacy, the generational wealth, the story, the impact, the crowd, the affection, the attraction, it just comes with the fucking territory.
But you know what you said though? You said that you have to actually see that. You have to visualize yourself as that though. That's the
100%.
and you know what? I was reading this newspaper article, and this guy was like, one of the most important things you can do is have visualization right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because just go and tap into the visualization of who you are. And then I started looking at Bone Crusher video and how big he was. You know what I mean? Like I ain't never
823
scared.
God. 823 God. Yep.
You know, like I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. You know what I mean? So shit, I started playing that and I started screenshotting that. I just want to picture myself as that type of energy from like that's how big I can get. And then from a quantum situation, you said that be able to tap into the quantum by looking at your cells and like my cells are happy, my cells are rich, my cells are like lift me up though. You know what I mean? So I'm just able to piece together ways to amplify who I am and the things I need to be though. So like looking at my chakras and get everything aligned, and then finding some quantum meditations and just shit going within though. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
And
man,
then do that fucking do that Dr. Manhattan meditation, or fucking watch Dr. Manhattan or some shit like on YouTube, and then have ODB playing in the background. I'm gonna give you another one, man. This is X-rated, fam, but I gotta share. Say for instance, your girl like it's quarantine, right, and your girl is in like another state. But that's your lady though. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't no like freaky thing, but that's your lady or whatever the case may be. Y'all can't be together. Yeah. Tell her to send you like a 10-second clip of her like either orgasm or like feeling it or whatever. And then like play that shit on loop. So whatever you doing, right? Like you could be studying, be working, you could be doing whatever, but that shit just kind of playing. So the sexual energy rising, but it's being transmuted into your actual action. So you could be at work or whatever with the headphones on. Nobody know what you gigging on or whatever, but you could be just gigging on a shorty, and that's just like another way to be intimate and make love. Yeah.
I'm about to go ahead and do that shit right now, though, man. So let me go ahead and call you. I'm gonna talk to you later, man. All right, man. I'm about to go ahead and get that shit get out right now.
100.
Right,
Peace.
I'm out of here. See you, mama.
1,000.
All right, I'm out, man.
1,000. San Bernardino's finest. You tapped in. What's good? Showstopper. Yo. Showstopper. You on? You doing?
Hello?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Damn, maybe I'm muted or some shit weird.
Hello?
Shit. My fault. I was muted on some dumb shit. What's up?
Oh, okay. I'm like, man, what's going on? But
Shit, chilling.
yeah, I was just, what's up with you? Let me be polite. I apologize.
Oh, you good? Be yourself.
Asking for patience in my life. That's what I need right now.
100.
But I was just calling in a lifeline because I hope Dream and I think her name is Tanisha are still on the chat because I asked for the title of the Limb and Panic video and they just ignored me. So I was like, let me get on my Beetlejuice shit and just
I don't know the name of it, but if you go to occult lectures,
I went there.
for real,
I went there.
oh shit,
I don't know which one it is. There's a lot of different videos.
it's
And
the
the
latest
last
one.
video was like 2 months ago, I think. So is that the one?
Nah, it just got uploaded, but YouTube be tweaking with that type of shit. That's why I be like Chris Brown. I be Chris Brown the fuck up. Like I peeped that a long time ago. So I don't even be saying that shit. Like fuck that shit. Like you know what I'm saying? That just like, cause the whole shit is like ran by like what you call, yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's just like words that you say that it pick up on the words that you say and it'll just swoop in on you. And you could be saying like anything, but it give no fucks. Cause like this ain't no medical advice type of shit, bro. Like don't come here for that. Like and more or less don't even reference that shit because they flagging your shit and taking your shit down. So it ain't even no point of me trying to even put that shit out. But yeah, dream wise, but yo, I don't know how to forward it like Dreamwise did, but Dreamwise sent it to me through text. So if you got Dreamwise text or email, I think it's lovelifeworld@gmail.com. And Dreamwise, correct me if I'm wrong, but email him like right now, and I'm sure he can send it to you. And join their Patreon, and then join their Patreon page.
I'm doing that as soon as I get my FEMA check. I was gonna do that for sure.
1000%. You so fucking funny.
My FEMA check comes for
You
sure.
hilarious.
I ain't gonna love you. I'll be back later.
Peace out.
All right, bye.
Yeah. So family. I guess that's it. I think I kind of just did this whole little live stream to get this Esther Cynthia being transmission. You know, it's not going to be the last one. You know, as soon as the drop hit, I'm going to be taking notes. And if it's tonight, if it's tomorrow, be looking out for a daily drop. You know, just whenever they come, you know, and be sure to check out. I don't know what her sign. Showstopper, what's your sign? You funny. Oh, it's called. Oh, it's there. Okay. Somebody shoot the link in here. Somebody shoot the link in here. But yeah, family. Oh, very important for you to get into your visualization when I'm meditating. I'm just like in my shepherd bag, in my cow herder bag, in my Egyptian pharaoh bag, and my family is, you know, royalty, you know, and just tapping into that particular lineage and just taking it easy, enjoying the day, loving on somebody, and just, you know, spreading that love. So join us on the Slack too. We continue this conversation all day, you know, and I need input. I need people that's going to bring something to the table, you know. Everybody bringing something to the table, but I just want to make that the theme. Like, you know, sometimes people observe, and observing is cool, but when you have a social platform and things of that nature where you talking and building, even if it's a question, even if it's a vibration, a song, or a picture, or whatever the case may be, and we do a great job of that, you know, with particular energies. I think Concho just got a star named after him, and you know, all of these particular things. Shout out to Jazz, shout out to everybody that's joining the Slack. Brizo Diagua, November Mage, Jabri just joined. So, you know, the link is in the description to join that. Dreamwise join, you know, so we just looking for endpoint. We looking for creators. We looking for ways to connect. You could post on the general forum, but shit, you also got the direct message function. So I don't know what be going on that, you know. What you mean? Conscious DMs and things of that nature. So, you know, I don't know what's happening. I ain't got no complaints, but, you know, for the most part, it's love, lift, and life. And with that being said, man, y'all tune in to Love, Lift, Life every Wednesday and every Sunday, family. With that being said, I'm out. Peace.